This is the Andu Kedei Show.
Welcome to the second episode of the year, another episode where we're going to talk about hoops only today, NBA talk today, because a lot of things happen. So this is how much I love the NBA. So there are games every single night. So I wake up in the middle of the night for no reason whatsoever. The first thing I do, I check the scores. And I want to see who pops up, who does something special. If God forbid there are some injuries, whatever news they are about the NBA, this is the first thing I do. I check the phone for that. And the first thing I do when I wake up as well. And when I wake up, all the games are finished, almost all the time, and I check the scores. Let's see what happened last night. Bradley Beal dropped 60 points and they lost. Oh, God, that's bad news. Let's see what happened. Watch some highlights, watch some stats. Try to figure out what was going on. So yeah, this is what I did today, and I woke up, wanted to talk about several teams. So let's start with what happened yesterday. In the first game of the day, it was Atlanta versus Charlotte Hornets. And yeah, Atlanta started the season great. They were 3-0. Now they are 4-4. They lost 4 of their last 5 games. And I said as an early prediction at the start of the year that this team will make the playoffs. I don't know why. My gut told me I don't think they are built for the playoffs, because if they will do it, they will probably lose in the first round. Their team is only offense, almost zero defense. So yeah, this is why I thought that they could win and be in the playoffs. But last night got weird. Hayward dropped 44 points, and I think this is his career high since leaving the Utah Jazz for the Boston Celtics. I think. LaMelo Ball starting to pick it up. He played horrible his first games. I don't understand, for the love of God, why he only played 20-something minutes. And he's averaging 24 minutes per game. He's a young kid. Charlotte is a team that is not contending for nothing. Why not play the young guy they drafted and they put their hopes on with the number 3 pick? This is something I really don't understand. And if you are talking about Charlotte, one thing that we can call disappointment so far, I know it's early, but Devontae Graham, he averaged like 20 points last season. Now he's only averaging 10, and he played horrible last night. Why is he playing 40 minutes and LaMelo is only playing 20? I don't know. And yeah, I think LaMelo Ball needs to play more, because he's starting to play better. Last night, 16 points. 8 rebounds, 5 assists. Only played 24 minutes. Devontae Graham played 40 minutes, 11 points. Trae Young had a weird game. I mean, he only had 7 points. He was deep down in the box score and he was not aggressive. He looked like he was drunk. Watch the highlights. Watch the game. He was nowhere to be found on the court. He wasn't aggressive. He's drawing a lot of fouls. Usually this game he didn't do that. I don't know why. I don't know if he was injured, if he kind of felt some pain in his body. I don't know. But it was weird to see Trae Young only with 7 points. Usually he's a scoring machine, and they lost by 8 points. If Trae Young would do his average 20-something points per night, it would have been an easy win for Atlanta. I don't know what happened there. So this is what I wanted to say about Atlanta and the the Charlotte Hornets. Let's move on to the next team that's played last night, and the next game that was played last night between New York Knicks and Utah Jazz. Now, the Knicks are kind of the surprise of the season so far. Out of 8 games, they are 5-3. They won the last 5 games out of 4. The last 4 games out of the last 5. But first, before we go into New York Knicks, I want to talk about the Utah Jazz, which in the last years, they always kind of made it to the playoffs. That 5 seed, that 6 seed. Right now, they're a 500 team. They are 4-4, 5 seed. Donovan Mitchell, he played alright so far, but I want to say that he was better than last season, especially in the bubble. In the bubble, he was, different. That Mitchell-Murray duel was a blast to watch. And Rudy Gobert he got paid, and I was very critical of this move. $205 million extension, the biggest contract for a big man ever. And I don't think Rudy Gobert is one of the top 3 or 4 big men in the league. I know Davis didn't get this contract because he was traded to the Lakers and he didn't have his rights, whatever. But I still think it's a huge contract. And this was supposed to be Rudy Gobert last year on his deal. And if I were the Utah Jazz, I would have traded him. Only because I didn't want to pay him that much money. I know Utah is not the biggest market. But, man, I really don't trust him. Mike Conley is not consistent and all. You saw that game against the Clippers. He had 7 threes. This game, last night, 9 points. So yeah, Jordan Clarkson looks alright as that spark plug bench guy. He really looks okay. I mean, he's the 3rd leading scorer of the team. Gobert is the 4th one, and he gets paid like, I think his salary is better than Mitchell's. Yeah, whatever. Bojan Bogdanovic, he had a couple of games. Again, I think the problem with this team is consistency, because if Clarkson can come off the bench every night and drop 18 points, Conley at least 15, Bogdanovic at least 15, and at least 15 from Gobert. I mean, these 3 guys, Conley, Gobert, and Bogdanovic, need to drop at least 15 points for this team to really make some noise into the playoffs. And the surprise of the season so far, in my opinion, New York Knicks. And I'm not saying that because they have always been the garbage of the league for the last 20 years. But Julius Randle is playing like an all-star right now. If something, some way happened and the all-star game should be played, Julius Randle would be an all-star. He's averaging 23 points, 12 rebounds, and 7.4 assists. So he leads the team in points, rebound, and assists. Might be steals and block as well, I don't know. Although I think Mitchell Robinson is there. But this is impressive. Alec Burks is averaging 20 points. RJ Barrett looking better and better. At the end of the last season, he kind of had a dropout. Or I know he was injured, missed some games, but Austin Rivers, 13 points. Elfrid Payton, almost 15 points per game. So this is a team that has a lot of guards. Burks, Payton, Rivers, Reggie Bullock. I mean, you can count him as a small forward, I don't know. And another thing I wanted to say, Emmanuel Quickley, the other rookie they drafted, Toppin is injured, so nothing to say. He played only 2 or 3 games. But that guy, Emmanuel Quickley, looks promising. For a late pick that he looks alright. He looks really good. Promising. Better than Kevin Knox, to be honest with you. What a disappointment that turned out to be. We will see. Still early. He might have a revival of a career, but so far things don't look great at all for Kevin Knox. Let's move to Julius Randle, because I'm impressed. I know he's in a contract here, right? Because he signed 2 years ago and it was a 1+1. Whatever. Tom Thibodeau got these boys playing hard. And this is what he always does. He gets his team to play tough, to play good defense. It has been some controversy on him that maybe he pushes the buttons too hard and at the end of the season his team gets exhausted. There have only been 8 games so far. We will see, but the Knicks look better than a lot of teams. They're better than Brooklyn right now. Who would have thought? I know it's early, but... And I don't think... So, this is a trend, right? I don't think this trend will last for long. Maybe till the half of the season. But I don't think the Knicks can keep up with this. I really don't think. Milwaukee is the 6th seed. They have the same record, but they're coming for the first seed. Trust me. Brooklyn, same. They don't want to be in no play-in tournament. Miami, rough start for them, but they will pick it up. So, really impressive for the New York Knicks. Well done to their coach, to their players. Julius Randle, incredible development. Hope it will last. Then the next game was Miami and Boston, and boy, do I want to talk all the day about this rookie Pritchard because he's amazing. He's amazing. Peyton Pritchard with the game winner, 6.6 rebounds, 4 assists. He always knows where to. Watch the play. It was the last possession. There were 2 seconds left when Pritchard tipped the ball in. He knows that he will never probably get the last shot when he's playing with Tatum, Brown, even Marcus Smart is probably, even Tristan Thompson will probably get it ahead of him. He knew. Look at him. He was the only guy that ran to try to tip in if the ball somehow would have missed the basket. He was the only guy that ran. So this is a guy that shows toughness, trust. He knows where to sit every time, every possession. He knows where the ball should be. He knows where the ball will be. Yes, it's true. The Boston Celtics never had something to do about getting this close. After 47 minutes, they had a 10-point lead. What? So they had no business being in this position in the last seconds of the game. Jimmy Butler had his first good game. He missed some games. He was injured. Bam is playing all right. Almost a triple-double. Robinson, yeah. Dragic, yeah. But Tyler Hero, I don't necessarily like what I see from him. I know he's in his second year. I'm not being critical whatsoever. It's not like he's playing worse, but he's shooting 30% from the three-point range. He needs to improve that. He was lighting it up in the bubble from the parking lot. So he needs to improve that. He will be alright. He's averaging 4 assists, which is unbelievable. 6 rebounds. So yeah, it's not that he's playing terrible. It's that we praise him so much in the bubble, and now his level cooled off, but just a little bit. So I'm not critical of him. No way, because he's elite. He's still one of the best second-year players. Then we had New Orleans, Oklahoma. Yeah, nothing really to say here other than, yeah, Zion looks amazing. This team I don't like at all, and I said it, I will say it again, I don't like how this team is constructed at all. I know they're the 6th seed right now and they have a 4-4 record, but I don't like what I see. Nickeil Alexander-Walker finally got some more playing time. 13 points. Good for him. Same as Bledsoe. Almost same as Lonzo. So yeah, I suggested that. I always rooted for this kid. I really like him and I think he should start with Lonzo and Eric Bledsoe should come off the bench. Or if not, start Nickeil Alexander-Walker. At least play 30 minutes a night. Because he can do it. Trust me. Williamson, amazing so far. BI as well. Yeah, nothing to talk about Oklahoma. I know people would probably expect them to be 0-8 so far, but yeah, they're a good team. I mean, if you see their roster, yeah, heck yeah, they're a good team. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Darius Bazley, George Hill, Dort, Diallo, veteran Al Horford, and they are the 11th seed. I would have expected them to be the 15th seed, to be 100% honest with you. Then, another game that we had last night was... Milwaukee-Detroit. No, I don't want to say anything about Milwaukee. I mean, there is nothing really to say. The thing I wanted to say about Detroit. Yeah, Jeremy Grant, 31 points, 10 rebounds. Another game when she shooted 20 shots. I'm going to keep saying this because I am not a fan of how Detroit constructed his team. But what I'm a fan of is this dude, this rookie, Sadiq Bey. I hope I don't butcher his name. He's 21 years old. He's a rookie. He's averaging 10 points, 5 rebounds, 1 assist. He's shooting 46% from the 3-point line. So he's a shooter, all right? He's only averaging 15, shooting 15 from the 2-pointers. So he only knows to shoot from the 3-point line. And he's shooting 60% from the left quarter, 66% from the left wing. He had 20 points last night. Shooting 0 of 4 from mid-range and 60% from the 3-point line, 6 out of 10 shots. So he looks good. He looks like a good to great shooter. He's still a rookie. I don't want to go into Detroit more because I don't want to be saddened by Blake Griffin and stuff like that. Yeah, just so you know, they are the 15th seed, in case you didn't notice that. They are the 15th seed in the Eastern Conference Final with, I want to say, the worst record in the NBA. They are 1-7. I don't know, there is one team in the West that is 1-7. No. Not even 1-6. So, yeah. I kind of expected that, to be honest, with Detroit. Now let's go to the next game, which was Phoenix against Toronto. Now, what I want to say about Phoenix looks good. Kind of what I expected them to look like. They are 6-2. Yeah, they will. I don't think this trend will go on. I don't think they will be the number 1 seed, but it will probably be close in there. And finally, we had a good game from Siakam, who will, if he keeps playing like that, hopefully Toronto will escape that. What are they, the 14th seed right now? 1-6? Are you freaking kidding me? I mean, I knew that out of the teams that made the playoffs last year, Toronto was probably the most likely one to miss the playoffs this season due to their disappearance of the bigs, and Kyle Lowry being 172 years old, and Siakam having a rough bubble. But yeah, he had 32-9 last night. Kyle Lowry 24, OG 20. Yeah, so this is what they need to do to win. But the Suns are too good, man. D-Book 24, Crowder 21, Cam Ditch. So the combination of Crowder, Johnson, and Saric plus Bridges as role players, I think they're clicking so good. And Chris Paul is amazing. DeAndre Ayton, great job at that center position. I really think this Suns tip is like D for the playoffs. What I mean by that is like 6-7 man rotations, because yeah, this is what you usually run in the playoffs. No more than 8 people, especially deeper in the playoffs. So the Suns team might produce a surprise in the playoffs, because they will be there. Trust me. And this is what I said. I said I wanted a point guard to play alongside D-Book, and I said Chris Paul or John Wall. It got to be Chris Paul. And John Wall also is having a terrific season. So keep that in mind. Now, the next game. The next game was Sacramento and Chicago. I really don't want to say nothing here. I hope that Fox is alright. He left the game 5 minutes in. This is a game that the Bulls honestly should have won, especially they lost and they had the 2 highest scoring performances of the game. Kobe White 36. I like how Kobe White is playing so far in his second season. Zach LaVine 32. Bagley had a good game, 21 and 12. And boy, Tyrese Halliburton, he's got to be like leading the rookies in points or something like that. Sorry about that. So he's playing unbelievable. He's the 3rd leading scorer in the rookies behind Edwards and LaMelo Ball, and 2nd in assists. I really like how this kid is playing the game. And yeah, he's, in my opinion, top 3 rookie so far. Top 3, no doubt about it. He's playing unbelievable basketball, guys. Unbelievable. Yeah, I think last night was also the Orlando Magic win. And yeah, I was saddened to see what happened to Markelle Fultz. Tore his ACL. It looked horrible. I pray for him because he usually had a good start of the season, man. He was shooting 90-something from the free throw line. And if you remember how this kid used to struggle at the free throw line, it was embarrassing. And now to jump to 90-something free throw line percentage, it's unreal. It's from like extracted from the history books. Yeah, so now let's go to the other teams I wanted to talk about in this episode. The Philadelphia 76ers. They are 7-1. They are the best team in the league so far. And I want to tip my hat to Daryl Morey. And of course their GM. Elton Brand, right? I think it's still Elton Brand. And Daryl Morey is the vice president of basketball operations, whatever. Joel Embiid is playing terrific. Amazing basketball. He also played last night against Washington. Yeah, this was the other game I think I didn't talk about. Yeah, let's talk about it. So they won by 4 points, 5 points, 141, 136 against Bradley Beal. I'm gonna say it. I'm so disappointed in the Washington Wizards, but first let's talk about Philadelphia. Tobias Harris is more confident. He's averaging 19 points. He's the second leading scorer. But what I wanted to say, why I want to praise the GM so badly. First of all, let's start with the little things. Tyrese Maxey was a good draft. This kid is promising. Danny Green, he's doing his thing. But Seth Curry, believe it or not, if your name is Seth Curry, you can shoot from the freaking parking lot. Bro, this guy is averaging 60% from the free throw line, and he's averaging 3 3-pointers per match. So he's shooting like crazy, and he's efficient like crazy. His percentage from the left corner is 83.3%. 83.3% from the left corner. This is freaking insane. 71% from the left for the right corner. 60% top of the key, 60% right wing. The only place where he struggles, yeah, is the left wing. He's shooting 43% from the left wing. This is his worst position so far. And it's 43% is a hell lot above the average league. So yeah, I want this. Wow. Averaging 17 points, shooting 60% from the 3-point line, also shooting 60% from the field, 100% from the free throws. He never missed a free throw. Yeah, he's not shooting that much. He's shooting 2 per game, but still. It's amazing what this guy can do. And we always complained about the Sixers last season that they don't have a shooter. They brought in Danny Green. They brought in Seth Curry. But man, what a difference Seth Curry makes. And I'm still expecting Ben Simmons to be more dominant, because so far it looks like he's not shooting the ball that much. He's only averaging 13 points. I think he will become more aggressive. But look, they're the first seed. They only lost 1 game. So far so good. They didn't need that. So this can be their secret move in the playoffs. They keep playing like this, and in the playoffs they activate Ben Simmons, and he's dropping 30 points triple-double because he's capable of doing so. I think it was a stat that said that last season, Ben Simmons was the guy with the most assists to converted 3-pointers. So what does that mean? He's passing the ball, and yeah, the guys are simply draining the 3-pointers. Wet like water. So yeah, Shake Milton is having a great season so far, 13 points. So wow, amazing. What Philadelphia is doing, amazing. And also, yeah, Doc Rivers, yeah, you can see the difference. Brett Brown, good coach. He had his chances. He had maybe too many chances. He had his gazillion years of Philadelphia. He was there since the process. So yeah, another disappointing team. Man, I really thought this team might be a playoff team, and I'm starting to change my mind. So they lost. The Washington Wizards played the Philadelphia Sixers last night. Bradley Beal had dropped 60. He dropped 60 and he lost. How is that possible? How can you drop 60 points on someone and lose the game? I mean, that was so frustrating. And I know he always said that he loves in Washington and he wants to be here. I don't know if he said, like, quote unquote, that he wants to end his career there, but if you look across the board, it's not like the team played necessarily bad. Westbrook almost averaging a triple-double with 20 points, 12 assists, 8 rebounds. Bertan, 17. Bryant, 11. Rui, 8. But the rookie, Danny, only had 1 point, which was kind of nasty. But, man, I mean, I really thought that this duo of Bradley Beal and Russell Westbrook could make a lot of noise. Could be like a 5-6 in the Eastern Conference, because the East is weaker than the West. And I thought that this team could be better than Toronto, for example. And yeah, right now there is, but Toronto also stinks. I thought that maybe this team could bother Indiana, for example. Or even Boston. I don't know. I mean, it's not working so far, and it's weird. I know Scott Brooks was the coach of Russell Westbrook. Obviously, he coached Bradley Beal for almost his entire career, if not his entire career. Beal careers, I mean. So, what is going wrong? I don't know. It's frustrating. It's frustrating for me, and I'm not even a Wizards fan. I just wanted it. I just hope that this team could do something. And same was last year for Bradley Beal. He was putting up big numbers, averaging 30 points. His team was one of the worst in the leagues. He didn't make the All-Star. He was not from the All-NBA team, and he was averaging 30 points. Right now, he's averaging 34. I really hope that this team can turn things around. I mean, they have good players. Like Rui is a good player. Thomas Bryant, Davis Bertans, Ish Smith is a more than capable rotational point guard, in my opinion. The rookie Danny Avdija showed some promising signs. I really root for this team, and I'm not even a Wizards fan. Because on paper, I really like them. And I love Bradley Beal and Russell Westbrook. They are two of my favorite guys in the league. So I don't know what's going on there, but change needs to be done ASAP in DC. Going fast through some teams. Indiana looks amazing. So I want to give a huge shout out to Miles Turner because he's playing amazing basketball. He's playing amazing defense. He shooted that free that tied the game, I think 2 days ago or something like that, and it went to overtime against New Orleans. So yeah, congratulations to him. And last night against Houston, he had something like 8 blocks. I know he had 2 points, but 8 blocks. That's a lot. So yeah, this team looked amazing. Looks really amazing, this Indiana team. Brogdon looks amazing. Sabonis, Turner on the defensive side. Oladipo looks better than he did last season. So that's another scary team that I think maybe could... I think it would be interesting to see a series as teams are currently constructed between Indiana and Boston, especially because there was this story about a potential trade with Turner and Hayward that I think lasted for too long, this story. And Turner, what I wanted to say, shout out to him. After all the trade rumors, and he knew he was on the trading block, he comes out and he's just killing on the defensive side of the court. 8 blocks, man. 8. So yeah, I think I ran through all the teams. I wanted to say something. For example, Lakers and Clippers, I have nothing to say. They played as expected. Portland. So Portland is an interesting team to me because in some recent years they kind of have the same nucleus but different role players. And sometimes it went better or sometimes worse. Remember, they were in the Western Conference Finals. Weren't they? No, semifinals. 2 or 3 years ago. And last season, for example, Gary Trent played amazingly in the bubble. Nurkic also played good. And they added Covington. And on paper, I really like this Covington pick. But I didn't like that they drafted, that they traded 2 first-round picks for him. And so far, he looks really, really bad. 32% from the 3-point line. It's bad. He's only averaging 7 points. 7 points. Last season, he averaged 12 points in the regular season. And he was shooting 50% from the free in the playoffs. So I expect more from Covington. This is what I want to say about Portland. Dallas. Yeah, look. Houston. Yeah, I want to say something about Houston really quick. So last episode, I think I said something like James Harden should give a chance if he's not traded. I don't know what he can possibly do to show that he wants to be traded rather than ball out. And last time was a bad pretty bad night for him. He only had 15 points, 12 assists, and he played 38 minutes. He shot it 5 of 14 from the field. Yeah, he didn't shoot it that much again. But John Wall had a good performance. Eric Gordon, 20 points. Christian Wood was injured, didn't play. So we didn't get to see the trio of John Wall, Harden, and Wood that I'm really hyped about. I keep wondering, like, days keep passing, and I keep forgetting that James Harden is an unhappy superstar and that he wants out. There are no new news, no new reports. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to think about this. I mean, I'm really glad that he's not sitting out because that would completely turn out in a soap opera drama. So I'm glad that's not happening. And he has unbelievable performances. He sit it down with some injuries, rest, whatever, load management. But in the games he played, he has been balling. And yeah, this was a bad game for him, but he had 12 assists. He contributed in other ways. I think he deferred to John Wall too much in this game, but whatever. John Wall played really good, 28 points. Nothing to say to him. Remember, this guy is coming out of a catastrophic injury. He has never touched the floor on official court in the last 2 years. So I'm really surprised how good John Wall looks. So thank you guys so much. I think I will wrap up the episode here. Leave in the comments below your thoughts about the teams, about some players, about whatever you want. Also, remember the tennis season started yesterday with the WTA in Abu Dhabi. The ATP will also start soon. I will talk about that. I don't know if I will talk about Delray Beach or remember to see what will transpire. If you really have problems with sport apps, because I've really seen this, SofaScore, FlashScore, go download them. They are free. This is a current issue in WTA and ATP world, and I don't know what the heck the WTA is thinking. Whatever. They said that they will do their own app. We will see. Thank you. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to follow me if you're listening on Spotify and on other platforms. Have a good day. Peace.